Now, I'm young, but I'm old-fashioned. And typically old-fashioned is used to describe old people who are still like racist as shit. It's kind of weird. It's like, you know, grandma and grandpa will be absolutely horrified if like their granddaughter brings a black boyfriend to Thanksgiving. That and then your parents will just be like, "Oh, they're just old-fashioned, sweetie." Huh? What? Old-fashioned. So, yeah, I'm old-fashioned, not in a racist sort of way, in a leather sort of way. I enjoy leather, not like cringe leather. Don't even ask me what that means. Not like leather, just bullshit. I'm talking like a high quality leather good will absolutely blow my socks off. A nice leather wallet, a nice leather belt, a nice leather pair of boots. I'm talking real leather. That is the kind of shit that I enjoy. You know, I'm not about this polyester. I'm not about this fake leather, the plasticky pleather, whatever they call it. I'm not into it. I'm just not into it. I want real leather. I want to hear the mooing. I want to hear the screaming of the animal as I'm dancing on the dance floor at my disco party or wherever I'm at. Now, unfortunately, animals have to die for leather. Cows have to die. Now, my whole thing with that is, first of all, it's been done for thousands of years or more. We've had the slaughter of animals. And, you know, I'm not really into slaughtering many things, but I'm also not into wearing shitty clothes. You know, now I feel bad for the animals who wouldn't, but if I had to choose, if you were to make me choose between a fine fucking fit, a fine ass fit, a killer like S tier fit, and a cow's life, or two or three, you know, I wouldn't even blink. You know, this is completely unrelated, but like the vegans, when it comes to eating animals, they will say that, like, you know, you wouldn't eat meat if you had to kill yourself. Okay, maybe not. I think I would, but that's besides the point. But if I had to kill a cow in order to have like a nice leather jacket or a nice leather wallet or a nice leather belt, I would put them down so quick they wouldn't even know. I'd be sitting there stroking the top of their head in between their eyes. You know how like cows' faces look? And I'd be calming them down. And then I would take that air gun. Lights out. Lights out. Lights out. So yes, I enjoy leather. Now fur, you know, once again, I don't really care. I understand some people like fur. I understand some people don't like fur. I'm not into fur. But if someone wants to wear fur, I'm not going to like dump red paint or like buckets of blood on them. You know, I mean, the way I see it, the animal is already dead. You know, when people start showing up to like the Met Gala or like the Oscars wearing live animals, like a live mink scarf, then we can have some issues. But once the animal's already dead, you know, it's too late. If you ruin a fur coat by dumping paint on it, that animal died for nothing. At the very least, that animal can enjoy the rest of its life in somebody's closet. But now it just died for nothing. That coat will be thrown out, donated, you know, just a waste of opportunity. So don't let the animals die in vain. If you're going to kill a cow, eat the whole thing and use the whole thing. Use the top layer of leather, the middle layer of leather, and the bottom layer of leather. Use everything. That is the way that the cow would want to go. You know, you don't just kill it and leave it there. You got to use everything. That's what makes it worthwhile. So, I hope you think on this. This is not like a philosophical thing. This is truly just explaining like how it works. You know, we try to use the whole animal. At least I hope so. So, think on that. Think on that. I know how much you guys care about leather and animals. You guys comment it every single video. You guys say how much you love animals. And I do too. But not enough to sacrifice my wardrobe. So, I appreciate you listening to this, and I will see you tomorrow.